Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Emily Simpson dragged for cruel RHOC reunion antics as viewers blame her friendship with Tamra Judge. The Real Housewives of Orange County viewers expected Heather Dubrow to go after Katie Janela at the reunion, but who knew that Emily Simpson had skin in that fight? The attorney went full force at the newbie, bringing up a decade-old road rage incident and accusing Katie of having a man wrongfully arrested. However, she wasn't done yet. Emily also brought up Katie's custody battle with her ex-husband from years ago and questioned why she initially lost custody of her kids. The messy moment is gaining traction online, and Emily is getting dragged for her antics. RHOC viewers are also throwing Tamra Judge into the mix, citing Emily's close friendship with her as the reason behind her cruel behavior. In case you missed it, late into the season, a scene showed Katie's daughter Kaylee recounting an incident that happened with Emily's twin boys during a babysitting gig. Kaylee claimed the kids told her they didn't like Heather Dubrow because she was mean to their mom. However, Emily claimed her boys said no such thing and that it was Kaylee who put that notion into their heads. That little incident is what has led to her going full force at Katie at the reunion. Emily Simpson goes really low during a face-off with Katie Janela at the reunion. A clip from part 1 of the reunion was posted on Instagram, and it showed Emily grilling Katie about her custody battle with her ex-husband. For you to lose both physical and legal, you have to be unfit or you sign papers and say I don't want anything to do with my kids. Katie explained the situation and got emotional at the end, tearfully telling her bestie, Jennifer Pedranti, "I hate talking about my ex-husband." Fan page at Bravo Talk 2 Mitch shared the reel and blasted Emily, calling her behavior really low and adding, "This should be off limits and is nobody's business." Many people agreed with the sentiment and they bashed Emily in the comments, reasoning that her close affiliation with Tamra has turned her cruel. RHOC viewers blame Emily's friendship with Tamra Judge for her cruel turn. The RHOC star got blasted online as people commented on the interaction with Katie. "I was very disappointed in Emily this season. She is becoming cruel like Tamra," someone stated. "I keep saying it, she wants to be Tamara 2.0, she was so wrong for that, I don't like her anymore," said someone else. A commenter said, "I've always been a big supporter of Emily. Now, she and Heather are so much like Tamra. I've completely changed my opinion of her." Another added, "Why is Emily talking about Katie's children? That is just so wrong. Emily is becoming a mean girl like her two friends Tamar and Heather." At the Real Housewives of Orange County reunion, Emily Simpson found herself under fire for what viewers deemed her cruel antics. Tensions ran high, as they often do at these gatherings, but this time the blowback felt particularly intense. As fans watched the drama unfold, many pointed fingers at Emily's tight friendship with Tamra Judge, suggesting that her new allegiance had reshaped Emily's behavior, and not in a good way. The reunion had barely begun when Emily took center stage with a barrage of blunt, sometimes biting comments aimed at co-stars Jenna Kirschenheiter and Shannon Beater. For some, it seemed uncharacteristic. Emily, usually a more grounded figure, had often been the voice of reason or at least a source of dry wit in the midst of the OC chaos. But this season she seemed different, sharper, quicker to retort, and some argued unnecessarily harsh. Some fans speculated that her friendship with Tamra had coaxed out her inner mean girl. Sitting beside Tamra, the duo looked like a force to be reckoned with, Emily in her bold, structured dress, exuding confidence, and Tamra, with a glint of challenge in her eyes, ready to back up any shade thrown. It was no secret that Tamra Judge was a master of reunion showdowns. She could stir the pot with ease, toss verbal grenades with finesse, and come out relatively unscathed. But the real surprise was Emily seemingly following suit, embracing a confrontational edge that fans had rarely seen before. The first round of criticism came when Emily went after Shannon. The conversation centered on Shannon's past relationships and her emotional journey throughout the season. Emily raised her voice, accusing Shannon of constantly playing the victim, never owning up to her faults, and using her trauma to manipulate sympathy from the group. Shannon, caught off guard, tried to defend herself, but Emily wasn't backing down. The crowd murmured, viewers tweeted. It wasn't just what Emily said that drew ire, but how she said it, cold, dismissive, almost as though Shannon's experiences were a punchline. It was here that fans first began to notice the Tamra influence. "She's just acting like a little Tamra clone," tweeted one viewer. "Emily used to be fair and logical. Now she's just another pot stirrer." Other fans jumped on this theory, dissecting every reunion clip where Tamra was visible in the background, nodding or smirking approvingly at Emily's newfound aggression. The argument continued with Gina, Emily's supposed best friend. When Gina tried to bring up a personal issue she had been dealing with, Emily interjected with a pointed comment, questioning whether Gina was genuinely opening up or just fishing for sympathy. For Gina, who had confided in Emily countless times, this felt like a personal betrayal. The room grew tense as Gina struggled to hold back tears, visibly stunned by Emily's words. Backlash on social media escalated swiftly. Comments flooded Bravo's Instagram posts, calling out Emily for her treatment of Shannon and Gina. Hashtags like #NotMeEmily and #TamraSinfluence circulated among fans who had long appreciated Emily's level-headed nature. Even more shocking, several fans who had once rooted for her expressed disappointment, saying they no longer recognized the old Emily. In the days that followed, critics delved deeper, unearthing past interviews and confessionals where Emily had voiced disdain for unnecessary drama and her desire to remain neutral in petty arguments. This sudden shift in her persona led fans to speculate. Was this all a product of her closeness with Tamra, or was there something else beneath the surface? Tamra had once been Emily's nemesis, with the two famously clashing over various issues in the past. But ever since Tamra's return to the franchise, there had been a noticeable shift in their dynamic. They had become close, some would say too close. And with that new alliance came the perception that Emily had lost her independent voice. Several fans theorized that Emily's alignment with Tamra wasn't accidental. They speculated that she saw it as a strategy, a way to remain relevant in a cast full of dynamic personalities and avoid becoming the background friend who never stirs drama. Others thought Emily might feel that she needed an ally as she grew more comfortable confronting some of the more difficult figures on the show. Yet this choice seemed to be backfiring. Ironically, Emily's attempt at bonding with Tamra seemed to have alienated her from other cast members, and from fans. While she might have gained an ally in Tamra, she was losing ground with viewers. Even her husband Shane, who had always been somewhat polarizing, was quick to comment on her shift in behavior. In a recent Instagram story, he posted a cryptic message: "Sometimes we have to remember who we are and not let others define us." Fans took it as a veiled critique of Emily's evolving relationship with Tamra and what it had cost her in terms of reputation and friendships. Bravo insiders, watching the fallout, were buzzing with speculation as to how this friendship might impact future seasons. If Emily is starting to play the game Tamra's way, it could open new storylines for her, said one producer anonymously. But the question is, at what cost? Many fans echoed this concern, hoping that Emily would rediscover her original self. Some loyal supporters still defended her, arguing that she was simply standing up for herself, perhaps finally feeling empowered to speak out. Tamra might have given her the courage to be more assertive. One fan wrote, "Maybe she's just finding her voice and we'll see a more balanced version of Emily next season." As the reunion came to a close, Emily seemed momentarily reflective, perhaps sensing the weight of her actions. She glanced at Gina, then at Shannon, who avoided her gaze. Tamra, by her side, seemed pleased, as though Emily had passed an initiation into her world of housewife bravado. The season ended with Emily facing an uncertain reception. The cruel label lingered, and fans hoped that Emily they'd known and loved would return, re-establishing herself as the rational, compassionate voice that had once made her so relatable. Whether her friendship with Tamra would continue to fuel a new, harder edge, or whether she'd eventually distance herself from Tamra's influence, the next season seemed bound to explore the complicated dynamics and consequences of housewife alliances.